Hi everyone, this is Larry Walsh. I'm a product champion for Stonebranch Incorporated. I work in a Midwest office near the Chicagoland area. I appreciate you taking the time to see this video. I just wanted to spend a few minutes to talk about Stonebranch and maybe give you some idea of why you should be looking at Stonebranch. And the reason I'm doing this video is I spent a lot of years on your side of the business before becoming a vendor, and understanding it, just how impossible it is for you to look at all the solutions and try to figure out what's going on with all those solutions and still get your day job done, especially when you're talking production operations and trying to get things done there. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Stonebranch and our solutions and see if it doesn't make sense for you to at least stop by our website and see what we've got to offer. First, I'd like to start out with, I recently heard, not that recently, but someone had told me in regards to IT decisions, when you're making a technology decision, there are three major buying influences in every decision. There is the product, the company, and the people. And I found this interesting that they said about 10% of your decision is based on product. And I thought about that, and when I look back at the decisions I made, whether it's IT technology or even my own personal decisions, product was kind of important, but the second thing that came into play was company, and they say about 20% of your decision is based on the company, but a whole 70% is based on the people. And I thought that was extremely interesting. So I'd like to talk a little bit about our solutions and how we fit in that 10, 20, 70 solution decision process. First of all, Stonebranch was founded in 1999. Our corporate headquarters and our development lab is down in Alpharetta, Georgia. The lab itself is very scheduling experienced, but when we came to the market in '99, we looked at the schedulers on the market, and there were some pretty good mainframe schedulers out there. There was also some pretty good distributed schedulers out there. And at the time, although it's still true, the distributed arena, the Wild West, as they say, was growing at leaps and bounds. But what we realized was there was no way to bridge the gap between ZOS and your distributed market, or even from Windows to Unix and that type of thing. There were some good mainframe schedulers out there, but they didn't talk distributed very well. And there was some good distributed schedulers out there, but they didn't talk mainframe very well. And the suppliers, especially the mainframe suppliers, the big ones like CA and IBM and BMC and the like, they were thinking maybe the mainframe's going away, we'll just buy this distributed scheduler and we'll merge them together. They never merged them together. There are solutions purchased 30, 35 years ago that aren't merged together yet. So we decided to come to the market with an agnostic agent. So our agent will work with any scheduler on any platform. It's the same agent everywhere. So we've got customers, for instance, CA Scheduler customers who have taken our agents and made CA Scheduler an enterprise-wide solution, CA7, CA Job Track. And I say CA in front of all of those were all previous products, so CA Scheduler was their original product. OPC, BMC, ESP, you name it, our agents work. Same agent works with any of those. So the reason people came to us for agents was not only because the current provider didn't have that platform that they supported, but the current provider was getting very predatory in their pricing. And for those of you who have been around for a while, you remember when the software vendors realized how they could get more money out of you by charging, sizing your product by MIPS. That had nothing to do with what the product does, but every time you added MIPS, you had to go pay them some more money. I always call that, when I was on that side of the business, penalize me for being successful. I need more MIPS to support an online application. I'm not sure why I have to pay more for my scheduling system, because nothing was increased in the scheduler. But I guess they'd rather us go out of business, but they always show up with their hat in hand every time we did a MIPS upgrade. And now the agents, they figured out this was a pretty good game, so the agents, they charge agents by size of server. And again, it has nothing to do with the process. Stonebranch agents are one price by operating system. So regardless of the size of the server, you're not going to get penalized for being successful. And we were doing extremely well with this agnostic agent. We still do extremely well with this agnostic agent. And I urge you, everything I'm talking about is on our website. I urge you to go look that up, look up the OpsWise agent and see how that fits. But as we're moving along, our customers came to us and said, you're already talking cross-platform. You're already talking Windows to Unix or Unix to mainframe, whatever. Could you help us with our managed file transfer issues? Our current provider is extremely expensive and getting more expensive each day, and I just can't afford it anymore. I've tried to go with FTP, but FTP is it doesn't have checkpoint restart. It doesn't have compression. There's a lot of things that, and although they fixed it recently, they had security issues as well. So we had customers. We're talking across platforms already. We next thing out of the lab in Alpharetta was a managed file transfer solution, and help people address FTP issues or the very expensive current install product that they had. I think the interesting thing, and we are in the Magic Quadrant for managed file transfer, Gartner says that our niche, or our advantage, if you will, is the fact that we are a workload automation solution company that has now moved into the managed file transfer space. The other managed file transfer solutions were managed file transfer solutions trying to move into the workload automation space. We were already there. So one agent, you can integrate all of your scheduled or batch processes as well as your file transfers. And it's an extremely smooth transition. And Gartner says that about 80% of all your batch processes include some type of managed file transfer. So with our agent, you have both. We added to that a B2B solution now, so you don't have to, your customers don't have to change the way they do business. They can transfer to you the same way they always have, but the minute it lands in your DMZ, we'll take it from there and integrate it into your workload automation process. So you've got a single view of not only your workload automation across all your platforms, but also your managed file transfer across all your platforms. So we're progressing along pretty well, and our customers came to us again and said, what can you do about our scheduling? Our schedule is old, it's expensive, it's not leveraging new technology. Why don't you write a scheduler? Gartner kept telling us that too. You should write a scheduler. Customers were asking them, why can't I see Stonebranch in the workload automation Magic Quadrant? Is because we didn't have an engine. They didn't know where to put us. So in August of 2010, as we were actually in our labs looking at maybe writing a scheduler, we were approached by a company with a product called OpsWise Automation Center. They had written, it's probably the only enterprise-wide automation solution written in the last decade. They had written it about 5 years prior to that, in 2005 and 2006. And we're starting to get some market share, but they came to us for two reasons. One was we had agents for all of the platforms because we had been writing agents for over 10 years. But more importantly, they saw us as a workload automation solution that had a 10-year experience in the workload automation market, and we had a distribution base, if you will, not only here in North America, but also across the world. So in August of 2010, we talked about, they approached us, and by January of 2011, we merged companies. And I think the significance of that merged company was we also merged our products. In 5 months, we merged products. There are other vendors out there who merged companies or bought solutions 30 years ago, and they still haven't integrated them. So it wasn't a case that the OpsWise customers said, oh my God, what are they going to do with our solution now that they're Stonebranch, or Stonebranch customers saying, oh my God, what are they going to do now with our solutions now that they bought OpsWise? One agent fits all. So from a timeline standpoint, we have been and always will be a workload automation solution. We're not an, oh by the way, in a multi-billion-dollar corporation. All we do is workload automation. So let's go back to the 10, 20, 70 theory I talked about earlier. 10% product. We've got really good products, and we've got customers that would more than willing to share their experience and what they've done with our products and how much they appreciate what we've done for them. In fact, we come out with new releases so often that they asked us to slow down on them. So we only do a maintenance release at the half year and a full release with new product enhancements once a year. I'm sure your current vendor, if you've got one of those older scheduling products, I'm sure you haven't seen an update in 10, 15 years. They certainly cash your maintenance check pretty quickly, and they might send you a maintenance release when you go to a new operating system, but it just hasn't been enhanced. And the technology has changed so much in the last 10 or 15 years, in the last 5 years. with smartphones and in handheld devices and the internet. I mean, it's just amazing what has taken place. And if you've got one of those older solutions, you can't leverage that stuff. And frankly, if you think about it, you're probably putting your company at risk. So I would like to again ask you to just take some time, look at our website. I know it's impossible to look at everything and evaluate all products. And again, having spent a bunch of years on your side of the business before coming to this side of the business, I know that's impossible. But I'd like to talk the other two things. Company, 20% company. We've been around since '99. We've got offices here in North America, in Illinois, in California, and in Texas, and in New York. We've got it up in Canada and Ontario. We've got offices in Germany, in the UK, in the Netherlands, in Denmark, in Spain, and I probably missed a few other places. But for the 20% company, we're there. But I think the most important thing is 70% people. You won't find a company with more passion than us to deliver to the market and deliver to our customers. Go to our website at www.stonebranch.com. You'll find all kinds of customer success stories, and I can give you a wealth of customers who will talk to you about what we are and what a partner we are and how much passion we have to deliver into our customers and to our market. And even the Gartner analyst told me at one point in time after meeting with Stonebranch, he said, I am most impressed by the passion of this company and the passion of his employees. And he happened to be at one of our users conferences. And he said, and interesting enough, the passion of your customers. So I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this. I hope it made some sense. I hope that you come by our website and take a look at what we've got to offer. There's a wealth of information there. We offer free evaluation for every one of the products I talked about. You can download them. We leverage technology today. We use the internet. We can set up GoToMeetings, and we can help you get everything set up. You can do it right from the comfort of your own office, so to say. But I do think if you have some time, why not stop by the Stonebranch website, see what we got to offer. All we do is workload automation. We have a passion for it. So again, thank you for taking the time. Have a great day.